The first way in which we see that the national government will be strong is included in the Necessary and Proper Clause. This is found in Article 1 of the Constitution. It gives a tremendous amount of power to the United States Congress. Congress has the power to, quote, make all laws necessary and proper to carry out its functions. In the next slide, we'll see how this works. Now I'd like to show how this Necessary and Proper Clause can be put into action. What we see on the left here are a variety of the functions or jobs that Congress is responsible for completing. Congress has the power to borrow money, regulate commerce, coin money, among other things. It also has the job of raising and supporting armies. The Constitution says absolutely nothing at all about a draft. However, because of the Necessary and Proper Clause, Congress does have the power to force people to serve in the armed forces and to draft men into the army because of this Necessary and Proper Clause. So as you can see, with that previous example, this Necessary and Proper Clause gives a tremendous amount of power to the United States Congress. But it's not the only provision of the Constitution which does so. Next, I want to talk about the Supremacy Clause. States' rights are protected by the 10th Amendment, and it's often referred to as the Reserved Clause. Now, because the 10th Amendment is kind of hard to understand, what I look at what the 10th Amendment actually means. States have an awful lot of power, except the powers specifically granted to the national government by the Constitution. For example, the national government has the power to coin money, declare war, regulate trade. The 10th Amendment also means that the states have all powers except powers specifically prohibited to the states by the Constitution. The Constitution states that individual states cannot do a variety of things. For example, they cannot sign treaties, engage in war, or grant titles of nobility. Throughout the 20th century, the relationship between the states and the national government was completely transformed. This chart shows the different programs whereby the national government gives direct aid to the American people. Look in the bottom left-hand corner. There was just a little bit of money that was handed out directly to the American people at the turn of the century in 1900. But see, throughout the 20th century, by 1975 and 1996 even, almost $400 billion was handed out directly from the national government to the American people in the form of Social Security benefits. We also see Medicare and Medicaid programs as well.